Just leave me alone. And since then, we don't speak. She got up, and those girls started to fight. And here's an exclusive on this. I did end up developing a crush on her. All right, everyone, and welcome to another episode of In Cama with Manny, el show donde hablamos sin filtros de la vida, pop culture y muchas cosas más. I'm your host, Manny, your new internet bestie, your late night overshare buddy, and maybe your favorite new toxico. All right, everyone, so let's catch up for a bit. How have you guys been? How have you guys been doing? Please leave a comment below. I want to tell you guys that I recently had a birthday, and the birthday weekend that I had was amazing. I went to dinner with my friends. I also got to see my parents for the week, and also we went out, went to the bars, did my gay shit. We had so much fun. Maybe a little bit too much fun if I could see the videos and pictures, but all is well. One thing that I do have to tell you guys that I've been going through lately is I've been feeling very nostalgic. Ever since I recorded that episode covering domestic violence, which was recorded in late September, I did not realize it was going to be released in October, which is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I've been feeling very nostalgic. And in all honesty, I've been trying to remember a bunch of things from my childhood because for some reason, I guess since I was in survival mode for such a long time, a lot of memories have been blocked. And the memories that I shared with you guys during that episode, which is just the first part, are very few episodes or moments that I remember of my childhood when it came to that. And also, I noticed that I was a very lonely kid in the fact that I did not have many friends, which is the topic of this week's episode, which is friendships. So, three of the main topics that I'm going to touch on this episode are the struggle of being an introvert and making friends, the three main friendships I had and how they impacted my life, and if we still talk during this time, and also being gay, Latino, and trying to make friends who are not gay. All right, so long story short, thanks to the circumstances that I was going through with my family, which was domestic violence, I became a secluded kid. I was very shy and slowly started to shut down when it came to being an extrovert because I used to be very extroverted. I became such an introvert that it was hard for me to make connections with people. Being an introvert and shy kid really did not help me at all during elementary school because whenever I tried to make friends, it was very hard for me because I guess I was very feminine and also really gay. I'll be honest, I was really gay and girly. It was very hard for me to connect with people because one, people found me as weird. Two, the boys' parents that I tried to be friends with always told them, no te juntes con el joto porque te va a contagiar con su jotez, I want to say. I can't really tell you what they said because I was not there. Pero it was very hard for me to make friends that were boys because they did not like me. I was weird. And also, I guess I drew princesses and things like that. So why would you want to hang out with some kid like this? So yeah, obviously some kids were mean, and also the very few friends that I made that were boys stopped talking to me because they themselves were being made fun of because they hung out with the girly kid or the jotito, as some of them said. Though the problem wasn't the kids, the problem was the parents. The parents would tell those kids, I don't want you hanging out with el jotito, or no quiero que te juntes con el maricón, and they would stop talking to me. So eventually I was just by myself all the time. And the very few friends that I made in elementary school were girls. And they were very much my favorite people to hang out with because, I mean, I was girly. The girls were girly as well. We kind of protected each other towards the mean boys. Well, they protected me actually because I was un culo. I'll be honest. I was a very shy kid. I was very scared and timid. So this is where my first best friend actually stepped in. It was during first or second grade, I want to say. We met because we had the same classroom, and also he was gay. He was just like me. He was feminine. He used to draw girly stuff. I connected with him and we became best friends right away. And that friendship with him was one of the best for me because I felt like I was not alone. It was another gay kid. We did not know that, but the bullies actually made it very clear to us that we were gay. This first best friend was my best friend all the way through middle school. And one of the things that he taught me was the fact that you have to be yourself because he really was himself. He was very much out there. He was very feminine. He was just like me. He drew girly things. We connected. We became best friends. He and I promised each other that we were going to be the bestest friends. We made it all the way through middle school, which was when it started to change. He was very just out there, and I envied that of him because he just seemed so happy and full of joy, which was the opposite for me. I was always shy, and I did not want to talk to anyone, so it really didn't help my case. During seventh grade, things really did change between me and him because he started to hang out with more people. He hung out with the popular girls while I stayed as an introvert, shy kid, and I was always by myself. So it seems fair now that he did grow outgrow me and hang out with people who were like him, who were extroverted, happy to be themselves, and also he kind of became a bully. One of the pros and cons that we did go through was the fact that he hung out with the popular kids and he would always bring some chisme to me. He would talk about, oh, esta persona, pues he's dating this person, and oh, this guy's so cute, or oh, she broke up with him, which was good, but at the same time, I was losing my best friends to people who barely knew him. I mean, I knew him since we were in first or second grade, and for me, I felt a little jealous and sad at the same time because I was more alone, and during that time, I went through hell in middle school. I was picked on. Una vez when I was going home from school, these eighth graders, chased me all the way to my house and me caí en un puddle of mud. And since I was wearing uniform and it was blue and khaki, you could see the dirt all over my body. And when I went home, my tía and my mom saw, y pues ellas se emputaron, ellas fueron a la escuela y les fueron a decir cosas a la mamá. They confronted actually one of the kids were like, ¿Por qué estás metiéndote con mi hijo? You're fucking big. You need to act your age. I'm gonna talk to your mom, and pues it really went down because it was really traumatic, I want to say. And given that, I just lost my best friend. And it was very hard for me to hang out with him because we did live far from each other. And sadly, things got worse for us in high school. The thing that really made me mad one time was the fact that he told me that he had a crush on this one guy. And the guy who he had a crush on was really good friends with him. Pero he made a rumor up about me and basically told the guy that I had a crush on him. Pero the thing that he did not realize is that that guy was straight. Well, he knew he was straight. So one day I was just in school and that guy came up to me. He's like, hey, what the fuck am I hearing that you say that you have a crush on me? Y pues que voy a ser tu novio. I don't roll with that gay shit. I'm not fucking gay. Y pues yo me quedé asustado because one, I only knew the guy based on pictures and I've seen him in person like from afar. And for him to like come up to me like that, I felt like I was going to get hit or something. So I tried to keep it a secret that it wasn't me, but I thought I was about to get hit. So I told him, wait. First of all, I'm not the one who has a crush on you because I don't think you're fucking cute at all. Second of all, it was who told me that he had a crush on you. So if you have a problem with that, go tell me. I don't know why you're bothering me. And also, if I had a crush on you, I would have probably acted on it and tried to talk to you. But I don't talk to you at all. And we don't have any classes together. So leave me alone. And I think he realized that he got tricked because I guess in his mind, the math was mathing. So he apologized and he left me alone. And me and me final class of the day, which was swimming together. And I confronted me, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I told him, why would you tell this person who I don't even know or have had any conversation with? Why did you tell him that I had a crush on him when it's you? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He knew. So I told him, never speak to me again. I don't want to talk to you. You put me in a dangerous situation because he could have hit me and I don't know how to fight or anything like that. And just leave me alone. And since then, we don't speak. I'll say this, I'm very grateful for the friendship that we had during elementary and middle school because he did teach me a lot about being yourself. And also, I think that's one thing I admired of him because he was himself. He was very out there, which was things that I wasn't. And the lesson that I learned from that friendship is you have to be yourself. And also, sometimes, unfortunately, people do outgrow you and you outgrow them. And there comes times where it's just time to say goodbye because sometimes people are there just for a little while. They're not meant to be there your whole life. And if they are, they're going to come back. So yes, that was my first best friend and I don't know where he's at or what he's doing right now, but if you're watching this, which I doubt, I hope you're doing well and life is treating you well and I hope whatever bad blood we had during that time is over and we moved on because you were a really good friend. So I'm sending you lots of love. Okay, so for those who had the similar experience that I have with this first person, did you guys ever go through something like that and actually connected years later? If you guys did, please let me know in the comments so I can read it and we could discuss it. All right, so moving on from that, another year of high school came. I did meet another friend who, during that time, she was my best friend. Pero pues, now thinking of it, she wasn't really my friend. She was just lonely and she needed a friend. She was not the best person, pero she was there for me in tough moments. But thanks to her, I met my second best friend, who I still talk to this day. Her name is. Me and her met through this person. She introduced us. To be honest, I was on my guard because I'm like, well, I have a new best friend and I'm not going to let anyone ruin that friendship, which, to be honest, it was very immature of me. Pero she also was a little shy at first because, well, and she told me that she thought I was a bitch because a lot of people told her I was a bitch to people and I made people cry. So we did not hit it off at first, but we did have some classes together and she became my best friend. We actually still talk to this day. We just connected and we continued our friendship for a while. And she was the type of girl who would stick up for you. And also, she was the one who always defended me when people started talking shit to me. She was such a very good friend. And through her, I learned many good things that you have to stick up for yourself. And also, if you go on in life and complain about certain things, you're never going to be happy. And that lesson I did learn. And also, the fact that you have to fight. You, girl, you have to know how to fight. She knew how to wrestle because she had wrestling classes. And also, one of the things that I did love about her was the fact that she was a big motivator when it came to health. She had weightlifting class, I want to say, and she was a part of track. And that's the thing that actually connected me and her. Me and her were always talking about we have to lose weight, we have to be skinny. Well, I told her I had to be skinny by a certain time, and she was a big motivator. Something that I really loved about her is that she always went out of her way to make me feel included. If she noticed that I was starting to go into my introverted side, she would always pull me back and be like, hey, what do you think? Or, Manny, why are you so silent? Are you okay? She would always check up on me, and I really did appreciate that of her because I was going through a lot during that time, and I never even told her, but we became best friends. And I always appreciated her for that. A good memory that I have of hers is that we used to go to the track field in our school and we used to race each other a lot. We were very competitive when it came to that. And every time one of us, one or the other would win, and we would like, we're going to do the second round, we're going to go third round, we're going to see who wins. And we were so happy for each other, which I appreciated. She was the first friend who actually made me feel like was a true friend because anything I ever did or anything she did, I was always very happy for her, and she's always very happy for me. And I'll say this, is not the type of girl that you should be messing with because she will fuck your shit up. And by that, I mean, there was this one time in senior year, actually, I think it was December, I want to say. I don't remember, but her brother was going through some things. I think someone was trying to fight him or something like that. And it was not about that. So we had lunch, and her brother, I think, had lunch with us too. That day that it happened, she asked me and told me, hey, if anything happens, please just keep an eye out on my brother. And I'm like, okay. So we were having lunch, and these girls just started coming out of nowhere. And I think was on fight mode because she saw it right away. She got up, and those girls started to fight. And she was in wrestling, I believe. She was fucking that girl up. And I got scared, and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? And los separamos. Obviously, I tried to grab and the other girls. I tried to separate them, and it became a whole thing in school. I think there was a video. I'm not sure. I'll ask if there was a video. But yes, I think she got suspended for a while because I didn't see her during school, and that's when I realized that it's not to be fucked with. So if you're watching this, I hope you're doing well, and that moment is going to be engraved in my memory, and I'm going to talk about that memory forever, and I hope you're doing well. Before we move on to the next friendship, I do have something to ask you guys. Has a best friend of yours ever surprised you in what they can do? And also, has there ever been a best friend that you secretly are scared of because you know that she don't play? Let me know in the comments. Alright, and we saved the best for last, my friendship with. So the way Became best friends is the fact that we had classes together and we had mutual friends, but we never actually spoke. But during fourth or fifth period, which was, I want to say, history, we had some classmates that used to ask him, "Hey, do you know Manny?" And he's like, "No." And they're like, "It's because you guys look alike. You guys have the same hair color," because I had a strip in my hair. And they used to tell him, "Oh, are you guys dating? Is he your boyfriend? Or is he your brother? Because you guys look so much alike." And bitch, that is not true. He was this big old 6 foot guy. I think he's 6 foot. I don't remember, to be honest. And I am 5'4". And how the fuck are we gonna look like each other if I am dark and he is light as shit? I guess those people kind of made me dislike him even more because we were constantly being compared to each other. And also, he had a girlfriend who I knew that I did not like. So I figured, oh, if she's a pain in the ass, he's going to be a mamon. So I don't even want to talk to him. During that time, he broke up with that one girl I did not like at all. And I just started to connect with him more, and we actually really hit it off. Actually, it was the beginning of junior year, I want to say, sophomore year. He started to become a very good friend. I used to talk to him a lot, and then he was very chistosito. I want to say he had his sense of humor, and I had my own. So we started talking even more during September, October, and he just became my best friend because he was telling me some things that he's going through. I told him what I was going through, and we just became best friends. And also, I told him that I did drag, which very, very few people knew that I did drag. One of the things that really did start to bug me that I told him about, because we were very honest with each other when it came to those type of things, was the fact that he was the type of person who would put everyone else first, which I could understand now. But I always became the last person who he would contact or even bother to say hi to. And for me, it started to become a problem because it was always me trying to message him. And our conversation stopped. And eventually, we just stopped talking. We did see each other and we were still best friends because, to be honest, I'll be very honest with you guys, I did end up developing a crush on him. He was such an attentive person. He was very expressive and also very affectionate with his girlfriends, that I started to imagine myself, oh, it would be cute if me and him dated, especially since people say that we look alike and things like that. And I'm thankful it didn't happen, but that's what I developed during that time. And I think it was just because he was the first guy who was actually affectionate with me, who was expressive and also very accepting. And I just misinterpreted everything as, oh, I really like him. And years went by. Our After we graduated, he became a dad, and also I started to live my adult life, and we just kind of stopped talking. He did come to a few of my shows because I did hold it against him, and I told him, "You're never really there, and you always make up excuses, and we never hang out." And we did try, but throughout the years since 2017 all the way to 2025, I got sick of it. And I told him, I'll be honest, I actually texted him and sent him a very long paragraph on why I feel unappreciated and also why I am ending my friendship with him. And to be fair, during the summer, during last summer, I spoke with him and told him, yeah, to be honest, I'm going to be very honest with you. There were times where I just didn't want to talk to you, and I considered just ending our friendship because you never talk to me or we never hang out. And also, if I felt like I had to beg you to be my friend. And he's like, you know what, that's fair. Which to me was a little gut wrenching. Pero it had to happen like that. And tristemente, we're not talking right now. I completely cut him off because I just felt like I'm the type of friend who, when you tell me that you're my best friend or when you tell me I'm a really good friend of yours, I take it to heart and I try to be the bestest friend. I always try to be there for you, even if I can't. I'll always hit you up. But it started to get to me and I started to build up resentment. And I was mad at him, not his partners, not his whatever. And I said, this is not good for my mental health. I wrote him a long paragraph, which he did see. and just ended it. And he never responded. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess that's what happens. Life goes on. We moved on. I do have a question for you guys. Did you guys ever have a best friend or a friend who you guys had a secret crush on? And also, did you tell them? And how did they take it if you told them? Please let me know in the comments. Reflecting on these three main friendships made me realize and also accept the fact that friends are not always going to be there forever. Some people are just here for a limited amount of time, and also you need to appreciate the moment that you have with them and experiences that you have with them because it could all end. I am the type of person now that I'm in my guard, and it's very hard for me to develop friendships like that as an adult because I don't trust people that much anymore as I used to. And I'll be honest with you guys, the first friendship and my last friendship with those two guys was the most heartbreaking friendships that I had because I am the type of person that is very selective when it comes to introducing my family because when I introduce you to my family, it's me opening up to you and me offering an extended part of myself. And my family is very accepting and loving. And for the friendship to end like that, the way they did, it broke my heart because I'm like, I became and I let myself be vulnerable with you. And in return, you pay back with lies. You kind of broke my heart. And also, you didn't really appreciate the friendship that I offered and the fact that my family accepted you as family as well. And I did become very guarded after that. And right now, as an adult, it's very hard for me to open up and introduce new people to my family because I don't want to go through that. And also, I really don't feel like I should beg someone to be my friend. All right, so we're going to move on to our final segment, which is a segment of consejos. My only consejo is to appreciate the friends that you have right now, and also don't be afraid to be vulnerable with those people who you are already open with. And one of the main things, don't do what I did and guard yourself and put up a wall because it's not going to help you at all. Especially if you're an introvert, do let people in and let yourself be vulnerable and just be yourself because even though I'm an introvert, out outside of drag, I am a person who likes to laugh. I like to share things. I'm also a little bit of a nerd, but no one's gonna know that and know you like that if you don't talk. My advice is just that: be yourself, appreciate those friendships, and also hold on dear to those because those are going to be maybe your lifelong friends. And I'll be honest with you guys, being friends with people now is very hard because you never know what their intentions are behind closed doors. All right, everyone. So that'll be it for today's episode of In Cama with Manny. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And also, if you love this episode, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you guys have not done so. And if you really like this episode, please don't forget to share it with your bestie so we can get this community growing. But wait, El Chisme does not end there. Follow me on my Instagram at Eric Diamandis while I will be posting a weekly prompt per episode. And remember that the video version of this podcast is available on YouTube, and the exclusive extended uncensored audio version is available on Spotify. Love you guys. See you soon.